A very good morning team. This is Amir Mustafa. In this video we will understand AWS CloudTrail and why is it used. So basically we'll use this service to check logs in various services. From CloudTrail itself we can see multiple logs of the events happening in AWS. Other than that, CloudTrail provides us facility to store our logs in S3 or Cloudwatch Logs, and we can also get data in Athena. So before going to the console, let us understand few terminology, how this works. Firstly, any team hitting some APIs goes to the AWS. Now what CloudTrail does, you want to store data in S3 bucket. So clients give access depending upon the project needs. So they might give access to S3 only and not in CloudWatch. Or it can happen vice versa, that they gives access only in CloudWatch, not in S3 bucket. So CloudTrail provides various ways in which we can access the logs. So we can store in S3, and from Athena we can take data from S3, or from CloudWatch monitoring we can see the logs there itself. For this we will follow 4 steps. Firstly, understand what is CloudTrail overview. Then do some activity in AWS so that some logs get generated. And then we'll see in CloudTrail S3 Cloudwatch logs whatever events we have done or in AWS. And finally we can query logs in S3 using Athena. So we are in our console, search CloudTrail. Click create a trail. Management events. Okay, let's click create trail. So the first time it didn't ask this one. So what we'll do, let us click create trail now. So this is, here we create a trail, write any name of the trail. Suppose we add, we're getting in February 2022. If someone have specific access, then we can give name. Suppose I give my name. Now CloudTrail gave us facility that where you want to store these logs, in S3 bucket or in CloudWatch. This is optional. So what we'll do, we can create a new bucket over here, or suppose if we already have a bucket, we can click here and search. Let us create the bucket, but name it in a way that we remember, February 20. Same name will copy over here. Okay, so we have SSE KMS encryption. Yes, we want encryption. Now encryption is for security, but we can disable it so that we can read at least what logs are getting generated. log file validation enabled. So there are multiple things we want to do. At present we are leaving to the default setting. We can even send one email to the user using SNS topic. We want in CloudWatch, yes. Existing or new logs, and we name it. We've given the same name. Create the new role. February 2022. We can tag it if you want. So what we have done over here, we've just written a name. We have added S3 bucket. We have added CloudWatch. If we didn't configure with CloudWatch, no logs will be generated there. So for checking, we have done in both. We have created new role and we click next. Now this is the interesting part. So whenever we come over here, all the logs related thing, most of the logs related thing can be handled by management events. Management event is a free service. So somewhere you'll see. Okay, management event is a free service. It tracks all event happening in AWS logs. So most of our work can be done with management event itself. Inside this one is important. If we are suppose we are in distributed accounts, for example an organization work, they share us access, though limited access, but they share some of the details and give controls if they give us right permission. That point of time, what will happen if something by mistake, say we have deleted something that might cost, or we have added something that might add cost to the bill. So it is so this is provided by AWS only. They track unusual activity, like suppose monthly bill you are giving around suppose $200 or $300, and suddenly $6,000 come, or suppose there's a average limit we are getting from this account, but suddenly high spike or low spike. In that point of time, it will inform us, see this, we have seen this much thing, is it done by you or not? So they give us some information. Data events, these are special features. This is also a paid feature. So mainly what happens that when we use this, we can get some more facility, like we can get logs of the Lambda invoked. Normally we use the invoke thing like EC2 instance and other things, but if whatever we have written codes in Lambda invoke, those will not be a part of mainly they are not part of the invoke. So for that we need to trigger in CloudTrail data events. And the third one is insights. We have seen here. Okay, so this is management event. What access we want to give, read access, write access. Okay, data event. From here from data event, see these are the extra things which we have chosen over here. This one, we can DynamoDB streams, EBS direct APIs, Lambda, managed blockchain. So these many can be additional features. Okay, insights, additional charges may apply, API call rate, error rate. It gives these much information, errors and usual activities which we discussed. So for this video we will as want to be in a free tier for this service. So let us choose management events and click next. Copy this will be our trail name, and we just review it and click create trail. So our first step is done. Like we have seen management event, data event, insights. Now to get record logs we need to do something. We already have logs over here. If we let's click CloudTrail, if we go to event history, here we'll see all the logs, previous logs which we have done in our AWS account. Mainly this gives us 90 days of past history logging. So lots of good filter is here, like suppose in Cloudwatch Logs we get a JSON file and need to search, but suppose we want to see only all the write access, that is read only false, or suppose we want to check by event name, suppose how many terminate instance, suppose how many time our EC2 instance is terminated, give us those filters. So they give us a very beautiful filters by which we can check multiple logs across our AWS service. From here we create insight. So this menu was closed that time. So this is a left explorer, this is the dashboard. From event history we see list of instances. Then from insights we have seen trails, we have seen which we have created. Now what we were seeing, that we already have logs over here which we have seen, but now what we want to see is do some activity and generate some fresh logs. So for that read only false. For that let us go to EC2 instance, okay. So we are in our EC2 instance. Let us click key pair. So what we'll do, we'll just create one dummy key pair. We can give it any name and we'll check that in our log. Let's call this fun key pair. Okay, we'll leave it as it is. Create key pair, and our key pair is downloaded, but we did one activity. Now let us go back to our CloudTrail. So we see that we get one log, so almost 13 now. Yeah, okay, create key pair, this one. So this one is the latest one which we received. I think it took 1 to 2 minutes to get it. So we have our we created this one key pair, and we have it over here. So what we want to see is that we are getting logs over here and long list of details. Suppose you are in a project and we have distributed access, and if something goes wrong, not even in wrong, if suppose some application is doing something and we want to track logs, in that point of time this will be very helpful. Now suppose if I am the root user of this account, but suppose we have shared, suppose in our company we have root user account, but they share with us, they will never share root access, they will share some limited access ID. Suppose we do not have CloudTrail access, only the root user has CloudTrail access, and it is not available with us, then how will we see? But they have given access, they can either create in Cloudwatch Logs or S3. So let us now go to S3 and see how this can be done, how this can be checked. At the time of creation of the trail, we have specified S3. So a new bucket will be created with February 22 name. So we are in our yes, this is our bucket, this one which we have just created. So let us open this. This one is also very friendly. Suppose we are in multiple region, we can select in multiple regions. So for me it is AP South 1. Let's click here, 22. Okay, so we have this here CloudTrail. We see that our logs is over here. Now we want to access this logs. We want to access this log right now. So how we can access this log? Suppose consider that they say that you have logs in S3. You can pick from there. So how we can do this? For that we use Athena. This video might be little longer than others, but it will be worth it. So we are in Athena now, and we can query from our database itself. So let's search table. Yes, table. We click here and we run it. So first time if we enter here we do not get this run button enabled, so there will be one pop-up setting. When we click this setting, somewhere written, so what we do, just go there and enable the setting, and it will work well. Okay, so this one, view setting, and we click here and we just select a bucket name, save query. This much we do only over here. Now our button will be enabled. When we click run, we see data now. These are the logs, real-time data, and these are exact same data which we are seeing from console. So consider this very helpful. If we want to use these logs, we can if we have S3 access, and we can get logs from there using S3 and Athena service. And finally, last one will be CloudWatch. So what we did, initially we created CloudTrail. We created a CloudTrail from the service. We have linked S3 and CloudWatch from here. Then what we did, we went and did some activity like creating fun key pair. So we did some activity, then we went to S3. We have seen that there we were getting fun key log, and now using Athena we have queried S3. In the last step which we will see is from another service which is called CloudWatch. Now you might be thinking, why printing in 4 services if CloudTrail itself can do? Just if you are the admin, then at that point of time it is very less used. But if we are non-admin and we have limited access, suppose they can give only S3, then we need to work with S3 logs only. If they give CloudWatch, then we need to see from CloudWatch log only, or CloudTrail. So it is good that we know different approaches to C log. So we are in CloudWatch right now, CloudWatch service. We go to logs, log group. Similarly, like we went to S3 over here, and we have seen that one S3 bucket was created. Similarly, another one S3 log group will be created for CloudWatch. So if we click here, we see multiple logs, and these are very, very helpful. That if these detail we get, then it will be very helpful for development and even in operations. Alright, that's all for this video, team. I hope you learned something new.